So so I wanna get a love seat and put it right here, but I got all these bins because all my books and stuff are in them. I have three things of books because um and this shelf I started to put together, but it still needs to be pushed back against the wall because there's a lot of wall space because the inspectors had to get behind there. Um, but these shelves need to be fixed. You could already see where it's spacing. The back is spacing from the shelf. So my mom bought the nails that were needed for the shelf. They're just they're just taking their sweet time to come up here and do what they need to do, when really they need to just come up here and help me because it's taken away from my progress and how fast I'm and how fast and etc. of my ability I'm going to be able to get things done. So but yeah, see, and this one's also spacing too. This one actually see, the nail actually broke on that one, so that was going to have to be re-nailed. But I have two shelves that need to be re-nailed, and they all need to be pushed back against the wall. I mean, these two are going to have to be cleared off so they can be fixed. This one maybe could just be pushed back against the wall. Hopefully, if I don't have to take stuff off of it, but I have nowhere to put my shit because there's no room in here. Um, I'm supposed to I want to get a love seat. I have things on my wish list like a love seat and other things for the house. My mom said she got me a table for the living room. I hope it's appropriate because if it's not appropriate, I'm not gonna keep it. She needs to give me an appropriate table, something I could use to be able to better assist the situation. Like an actual living room table. I was trying to get a living room table that I could actually put magazines and stuff in or put stuff in just to help with the room. And I don't know if she got me the right table because it's not going to have the thing to really put any magazines or anything in or anything like that into the table that, can do for storage space. So I'm not really too happy that my mom bought me a table in a way, but I'm going to just say thank you and just try to be thankful. But I'm not really 100% liking how my mom just took it upon herself to buy me a table and try to control the narrative to do what she needed to do, because she knows when she does that sometimes she'll get me the wrong thing, and then when I speak up and say something, it's like I'm the one with the problem. So that's kind of how toxic and abusive my mother is in her way. She thinks she's helping and then she does something stupid, and then I tell her, no, you're not supposed to do it this way, but she's like, no, you need this, and I'm like, don't tell me what I need, because I know what I need, I know what I want, and that I need, and you're not helping the situation. So but yeah, I mean, I have like 3.5 bins of books, a bin of CDs, a bin or two of CDs, that all need to be put up onto my shelf once I can get the room to put these shelves back in order. Right now I got my medications on there because my nurse has been using it for medications, and it's not really a medication shelf. There's no real place to store medications. She wanted to get me a drop box to store my medications, but I don't really necessarily have that. I just have them out because I take them as is. I'm due to take them in the morning and at night, but I haven't been taking my evening metformins for almost like a couple of months now. But yeah, I got to do something with these shelves, and my mother does have to come up, but she's dragging her feet, and I don't know, with the coming storm and the elevator problems right now, if my mother is really going to be able to come up here, and do what she needs to do, because I might not be able to give her this pile of artwork and what I need her to do to, bring it downstairs if there's not enough elevators working and stuff like that. She might not be able to give me all the stuff that she has to give me without the elevators working, and so that's the downside about getting stuff up here. We got elevators that, and we can get a cart to put stuff in the cart and, get stuff up by the elevators. But when it comes downright to do stuff, it's like the housing should provide carts for people to, to get their groceries upstairs, or get some packages or whatever they need to get upstairs. When it comes to moving stuff, they provide flatbed carts, but you can't fit in the elevator with them. So, you get stuck, or people got stuck, I know one time a wheel got stuck between the door and the elevator. So a wheel got stuck right in there, and you kind of have to lift up the thing and hope you don't damage the fucking elevator, Um, this is Torrington. Torrington is all right in my end, nothing totally bad happened, last night, but, my whole apartment could be better. Right now, I'm still in bins because I can't put everything back because my mother's taking their sweet time. So, but that's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on to finally actually be able to get that done, is be able to get those fixed and get those pushed back so I'm able to do my stuff. And my mom doesn't realize how much she's taken away from me and how much time and stuff she's taken away from me by doing that. So she needs to kind of hurry up and get her ass moving, because if I have to wait another month, she's going to be yelled at, because this is not going to fly for another month, She's of course she's trying to do what she needs to do, but I'm going to have to tell her, you need to get your ass in gear and get down here. So, but anyways, got my sodas, not that I've been drinking Sprite, but I'm not really in the mood for Sprite because it's too damn hot to be drinking soda. It's way too hot to be drinking soda. You want something cool and stuff, and soda just, I don't know, it's sugary. It's not something that really is hitting the spot right now for me as far as a drink that I really want to consume. So, but yeah, got all my CDs in there, but yeah, my house needs to be picked up a bit. I got my flags, my flags and everything else, but yeah, this is my house. Could be better. And I do got a table. She doesn't think I got a table, but I do got a table. I got a table for artwork, I wanted a living room table. There's a difference between a table like this, which is more for artwork and art-related things, and there's another thing for like an actual living room table, and I wanted an actual living room table. I don't want to, my mom says you got to make with the circumstances up here because of all housing's issues and housing's problems with the housing authority and the inspections and all the stuff that you have to keep going through and have to keep throwing stuff out and etc. Because my mom and I have thrown out multiple things that we have bought. We threw out multiple things that me and her have bought or have gotten in here to kind of have an apartment. We've had to throw out multiple things and etc. because of the housing issues and because housing wants to try to evict me and etc. So I've had a lot of financial damages and stuff because of it, and it's just not good. So